So we're here in downtown Las Vegas for the Laundromat Owner Summit, and I'm here to meet one of the largest, most profitable laundromat owners in the United States. We've got a business meeting set up. We're going to talk about a lot of money and finance stuff, so make sure you like this video and please consider subscribing and come with me to this business meeting.
Let me introduce you to the Williford brothers. They own the Wash House. It's over 66 laundromats in North Carolina, and they are one of the best and most profitable laundromat operators in the United States. They are even manufacturing their own laundry equipment to make themselves more affordable and better for their customers. They are just the best guys I've run into as of today in the laundromat industry. I think there's a lot for you to learn and take home from this video, so watch the whole thing, please.
What I was going to talk about is the realities of personal branding. And it's like how everybody needs to have a brand, like you have the Wash House. And that's great. But it's going to happen for mom and pop laundromats too, or they're going to die.
It creates camaraderie, it creates passion that you'd otherwise not have.
A lot of people that are my customers like supporting my laundromat because they know I'm the one making the money.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, because you're a good guy and you're local and we want to support you. So
yeah, not only your social brand, but laundries have to have a brand. And your brand in a laundromat business doesn't matter nationally, like, yours for YouTube and stuff, but your brand for a laundromat needs to be known within a 5 to 10 mile radius. Yeah. And that is very important. And you've got a brand. It's either positive or negative. Yes. Most laundromats, it's just negative. And laundromat owners are like homeless people. They follow the path of least resistance. Yeah. So the path of least resistance is putting the cash in your pocket and never showing anything. And then when you need to reinvest, you can't call up Dexter or anybody and get any lending on it. So
Yep.
That's where we come along and kind of revitalize those spaces that already have that infrastructure. Kind of Danny's.
Yeah, Danny's. So what percentage do you think of your acquisitions have been zombie mat types and just right down locations?
Definitely zombie mat. Now, as far as free, not paying anything to the owner, that's been just a couple. Probably.
Yeah, I don't care about the free laundromat system. I just want to know how many times you're walking into existing infrastructure and revitalizing.
I would say 70% of the time.
Oh, wow.
We've actually never built from the ground up. So we make it off of financial decisions. We didn't have any windfall come in, kind of like your store. We didn't have to,
we've got existing stores that are typically just one store, distressed owner, and they're looking to get out. They can't recapitalize. Hit it best, so they're looking to get out. So
very good.
And the community loves it, man. And it's not a pizza. The market is not a pizza, and we're not just slicing it up. There's actually all this market out here, in every space that we don't even realize.
And that's what I think that is hard talking to people, because I know the backlash I get from people, and they think that if someone starts a laundromat, they're going to take all of their business. I'm like, no, there's more business. There's enough business out there for everybody, but you have to actually do a good job.
Yeah, I always use the Starbucks illustration. You put a Starbucks on that corner right there, it's going to do like $3 million. You put Luke's coffee shop that has no real traction, I'll do $300,000. So, and is the same amount of coffee being consumed in that area? Absolutely not. They create coffee drinkers. It's kind of like laundromats. You create more laundry.
That's awesome. So right now, what would you say is your coin operation versus wash, dry, fold?
Zero wash, dry, fold, or pickup delivery. We do all self-service. We have no coins in our whole operation. So we have our own proprietary payment system we create.
So you don't do
all self-service,
all self-serve, no laundry dry off.
Yep. A lot less. If we had it like that, my hair would look like Lee's. If we had that many stores with wash, dry, fold, and pick up and delivery, because it's a trade-off.
Yeah.
But it's you couldn't grow to 40 units that way. Okay, we reached a certain number of locations, and we couldn't grow anymore on coins, and we needed complete verifications. And at the time, there was the payment system out there that eliminated coins were just very dated, and we talked to some of the manufacturers, and they were really diving their investments into the hybrid system where you take a credit card on the reader or on the machine and you keep coin. But Lee calls that, what do you call that when you keep coin and
it's a hybrid. It's the worst of both worlds.
So it's it's a Ferrari pulling a horse.
It's a horse pulling a Ferrari.
Horse pulling a Ferrari. So But anyway, we could not scale anymore, so we needed verifications because Lee and I can be here and deposits can still be being made.
So, do you have anybody like in-house that has at the laundromat right now, like checking out things right now?
Absolutely. We've got about 75 employees. There's different levels. So there's a regional manager, and those are basically technicians. Most of those do 5 to 7 locations, and they do deposits. So they collect and deposit. It's all verified. They take it straight to the bank. We never see a dollar. All that's very, very, and it's all, we just verify the deposits. And that we couldn't do on coins. And honestly, you've got me out collecting quarters, and I just feel like my time is better used because you could simply not get to that many locations. And then when you hire somebody to do your coins for you, you're gonna get stolen. It's not if you will, it's you will. And coin collections can turn an honest person into a crook. And so
it doesn't want to be there. What's your process to hiring somebody like that? To get somebody that's good enough, that's not gonna obviously just screw the bucks up.
Well, they can't. It's completely verified, so they can only screw up once. But it's really back to my faith in Christ. So we interviewed people. We just hired a guy before I left. We needed an additional regional manager, and actually one of my best friends who works with us, Preston, he's a regional manager, kind of moving him into like an operations position where he oversees the regional managers. But we have annual services that come about. We do all of our own installations. So our installation team is actually regional managers. We just bring them all to one facility when we do installations. So we don't use our distributor for any installations or anything like that. And we have our own subcontractors that we sub everything to. They're not in-house, but we use the house all the time. But yeah, the change machines have to be filled constantly. It's great content. I watch. I'm a huge fan. But those have to, and there's malfunctions when you have that many quarters, and it's
more stuff to do, and there's no way that I could do it at scale. And one of the funny things is people don't watch me collect my credit cards from the car washes, because we've gone to cashless payments on a lot of stuff at the car washes, and that's not great content. The quarters are great content. So it's just one of those business choices that you have to make, and at some point, at some level of scale, in my company, I won't be able to do it. It's going to be impossible. And either I find somebody that I think I could trust, and maybe turn them into a crook, or do something else.
So, yeah,
makes total sense.
So a story that I always tell, to your point, is one night it was 2 a.m. We had found out that one of our staff members had gotten a key when we were doing the installation. So when they install equipment, they deliver a coin box and a key for all 50 machines. Well, they had stolen one of those keys, and they had been using it and stealing a little bit of money. So we were going to catch them red-handed by kind of sitting out across from the store looking at the store. So it was Lee, me, my brother-in-law, and his father-in-law. So 4 of us, 1,000 pounds of men in a little Camry at 2 a.m. sitting across from a laundromat to catch one of our crooks, all because the possibility was there with coins. So I was scrolling Facebook, and I saw my cousin, and he was actually in Florida swimming with the manatees. And he had all card system stores, no coins. And I said, man, I want to go swimming with the manatees. And that's when kind of the journey started with wanting to eliminate coins and kind of scale. But the story behind our payment software and creating it ourselves and choosing not to sell it out and not to franchise is a much longer story, but it's really cool. We make it right there in-house. You saw the other day when we went live on Instagram. We literally procure the parts and assemble it right there in our office. So
I want to know what happened with the Camry at 2 a.m. Did you catch him?
We did.
Eventually.
We did. Yeah.
That night.
Yeah. I've got a better story in that same town when we came out of the back room. Lee, my dad, and my brother, a guy had been stealing from us, and we came out the back room at about 5 a.m. We had a guy doing the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
And we caught him red-handed, and my dad said, you're either going to write me a check for $15,000 or I'm going to make sure you're on the front page of the news. Dude financed $15,000, paid us back. Oh, my gosh.
Why and how do you think your family facilitated that passion in you guys? Because I'm talking, and I even worry about it for myself with my kids, is like, how did you grow up in that environment to where you've taken over the family business, but your dad had 10 stores and you got way more than 10 stores?
Yeah.
How did you facilitate that?
I mean,
Or how did
I took a lot of the hard work ethics from athletics myself, and then it would be my faith in Jesus Christ and my goal to honor Him in all that I do. So that would be really the big thing. And the driver, we're all made differently, but our uniquenesses are it's like the best chess player ever. Lee and I are very different, but we work so well together. And but we're just passionate, and without passion you can't do anything. You couldn't have built what you've built without passion.
Sure.
Somebody's got to be passionate. So as far as work ethic and not ever being really satisfied, being content but not being satisfied with 20 stores or 30, or a certain amount of revenue or income, is just wanting to serve more people. That's the thing my dad always says, let's serve more people, because every time we open a facility, the communities are grateful, as well as we're able to staff more people and provide for more families. So that drives us, and Lee can...
I was going to defer to you. What do you think, what would you see as the reasons?
Yeah, our parents have instilled in us a passion to serve the Lord, and we do that by serving other people. We do it at a level of excellence that I think has exceeded the standard, especially within our industry.
Yeah.
And we love people. We go in stores, and we've got, a few dozen. And if people know us by name, they enjoy seeing us. They give us hope when we go in, because we exist to serve them, do it well, and it's really well received.
Very good, because that's my general plan with my kids is like, number one, you're Christians, guys, and you have to serve God, and you serve God by serving other people.
Yes.
And I don't care. Now, the caveat is I don't care whether they get in my business or not, but whatever they do, I want them to do a good job.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like what I'm telling, that's like my current plan, and I'm hoping it works out. But then I run in so much of my acquisitions, and I'm sure maybe even a lot of your acquisitions are from second generation owners or third generation owners that didn't have any passion whatsoever. And I've shared multiple stories on my channel about people I've run into, their children inherited it, and it was millions of dollars just disappeared almost overnight.
Those businesses are typically one of two things. They're either they're an investment that somebody's just trying to get a return out of, or they've created with themselves a job, and it's almost like a burden.
Yeah.
And so when you don't look at it like that and say, okay, this is something I'm passionate about doing, serving people, how am I going to do it? In what industry am I going to do it? And then, you rise to the top.
One thing I'll tell you, and I'll tell the people that are watching, people are the same all across the country. Burger King sells the same Whopper. Taco Bell makes the same taco, because by and large, we're all the same. Mountain Dew sells the best in your vending machine. It is the same for me. So it's the same with laundry. People try to say, well, in my market, this won't work. I'm like, no.
We are at, I think, McCarran Airport for our high-powered business meeting. And we're going to get on a helicopter and survey the Grand Canyon. And I guess we're landing in the Grand Canyon. I've never seen it before. They tell me it's nice.
I think it's grand.
They told me it's great, yes. They said it's a very nice canyon. So we're going to do that and see how it goes. And we're going to do a lot of video and maybe a little bit of audio. We'll see.
So if you guys haven't noticed, the Williford brothers are the absolute top of their game. I'm so thankful for this opportunity to come out to the Grand Canyon with them and do the video. If you guys are familiar with my upbringing, I would have never thought in a million years that they would be spending $3,500 to $4,000 on just this trip alone. Now, here's something I do want to mention to you. This is the first of what will ultimately be multiple videos with the Williford brothers. In the near future, I will drive to North Carolina to do more content with them. I want to show you guys the equipment they're manufacturing on site, because I think it shows you how you can make more money in your own businesses and be ultimately more successful, because they also came from an upbringing just minimally involved in the laundromat industry to be absolute kings of an empire of laundromats. And I feel like if somebody like I can do it, or they can do it, I think that somebody like you could do it too, with some effort and sacrifice.
That's crazy. It's very big. This is a very big place.
Wow, dude. Incredible, man. Incredible.
This is amazing.
It's like 6% of it.
Dude. Bruh. This is cool.
This is insane.
Hello.
Wow.
Hello. That is,
Oh my goodness.
that is very cool. Wow. You ever been like somewhere that's so much bigger than you? Like
Yeah.
like it's you can't even like
Yeah. You feel very small here.
yeah. You can create a business. You can't create this. This is incredible.
versus the creation.
Yeah, there you go.
This is incredible. God's creation.
But to see
Pretty
this
cool.
all from the air, it's like everything's so teeny tiny.
And then this dude lands it on a dime.
Yeah.
I thought we missed our landing point. I
Yeah.
thought we missed our landing point.
I'm like, no people.
He whips it.
That's insane.
Oh, it's so cool. Cheers, guys. God bless y'all. Good stuff.
Wow, yeah.
Check it out, man.
Very. Yeah, this is insane.
I'm not a champagne guy, but some moments call for a toast.
I'm not either, but this is a champagne moment.
Yeah, this is a champagne moment.
Based.
This
Incredible.
it's
And we've got it so private. I mean, this is just cool.
Yeah.
And our pilot landed us on a dime.
yeah, that was
I mean, that was incredible.
absolutely terrible. Just got done with our wonderful in-air business meeting with the Wilford brothers. We are headed to the Laundromat Owner Summit here in a little bit. We're going to be on the top of the circa. This has been a great example of why you run a business, because our business meeting was tax deductible today. It's not that it was free, it's just we can take it off of our taxes. A great experience. Lots of great content about laundromats and money and finance and stuff. I hope you found it very valuable. If you haven't already, please consider hitting the like button, and also consider subscribing to my channel and Luke and Lee's channel as well. I'm sure they would appreciate it.